Hello again, this is Comic Community Notes, and this is Talking Comics Off the Table. I've gone through my comics from last week's new comic book day. They've been judged in my other series, judging the book. Now it's time to let you know. Was I right? I was right. This guy's a cheater. What we learned in this issue is that if Batman doesn't have prep time, he cheats. And I told you. I said right at the beginning, Batman's a cheater. Let's see if he cheats in this. And Batman cheated. So there you go. I was right. I bought this single title, number 54, as I don't pick up this title normally, just because of its cover. And it was a hell of a game. Fun enough issue. I'm not going to say it was terrible. It is an odd premise, and they kind of weaseled their way through the premise of getting there. And of course, Superman didn't want to cheat, so Batman cheated for him. So there you go. That was World's Finest. Frag off. Lobo has made it to 6. There's a question posed by Mark at Legion of Comics. Check out his channel, Legion of Comics. He does all DC, and he does a great job. And he said, is this a series that you're going to want to read for more than 5? And I do. I do, Mark. I don't think Mark is anymore. It'd be cool if Mark let us know in the comments. But this book was exactly as I predicted. More fun. More dense. Art panels. And Lobo didn't have a meth problem in this, as I had kind of predicted. He just battled the Tooth Fairy. And it was kind of meth-fueled, although I wouldn't know. Choom. And it was another great palate cleansing issue. And boy, am I kind of confused. This is actually my first time reading any type of Deathstroke comic book, and I just keep confusing this character with Deathstroke, and it's his ex-wife or something like that. And to be honest with you, the character's kind of taken away. Oops, I'm in the previews now. Let me finish my thought and sentence, maybe. The character's kind of taken away from what I thought was a great start to the series, and it's okay. I've really liked the series up until the last 2, and they've been kind of just okay, kind of meh. But I do like these covers. I'm always picking up the variant covers for Deathstroke. They're great. I couldn't last time. I'm not going to dare try to pronounce this person's name again. Or wait, or was that someone else? No, I can attempt this. It's Carlos Deanda, and I could be wrong about Deanda. But anyways, nice work, Carlos. I picked that up just because it really grabbed my attention. I love the shadows of everybody pointing the guns. And there you go. They look like brother and sister. Can't tell. Okay, this was the cover I hated the most. I definitely am not selecting this as my cover of the week. But boy, man, this was another solid issue. Really good issue. If you grew up with The Last Starfighter like I did, watching it over and over and over again, like, I wasn't the kid watching Star Wars over and over again. I did watch it a few times. I had Star Wars toys and all that stuff. I like Star Wars, don't get me wrong. But this movie, I don't know why, I just watched this one over and over when I was a kid. And kudos to Mad Cave Publishing. I don't know anything about them except for The Last Starfighter, and it makes me want to look around at their other offerings and see what else is going on. It's good. Good. It's good. another title that's good. Although I did say this cover worried me, and I was worried that he was in trouble. But when I first started reading this, I was like, boy, did I miss something? I guess some time passed. Because if you've been reading, this little guy just went through a traumatic experience. Something you don't just bounce back from with a smile. But I'm going to spoil this for you. Here we go. Ralph. Look it. I thought that was awesome. Animals. There's like animals trying to form out of the melting corpse, and there's all these eyeballs popping out, which is very reminiscent of what we just saw in Absolute Green Arrow, which is next on the docket here. Next on the docket. So we got all these horrific looking monstrosities. Whoa, I see you. And oh hey, what do you know? It's Brainiac. And so Flash does get his butt kicked. And another good issue. Not great, but good. I like it. There's no consideration of it. Man, I think I'm going to drop this. But this one, there has been. I don't know, or I should say I know very little, as not being a big DC fan until really diving in this year. I don't know hardly anything about Green Arrow, and I don't think I care to. And I know that's it is very ignorant. But there's just some characters, just like you just know, you know what I mean? Like Supergirl. And every time I try to dip my toes into the Supergirl water, it's just like, this isn't for me. I don't like this. You're not going to like everything. That's what's great about comic books. That's what's great about music and art. There's something for everybody, but you're not going to like everything. So I said on the last issue that this cover was underwhelming, and the series has been on a steady decline. And part of the reason why is that I just haven't been understanding. This is called Absolute Green Arrow, but it seems to be Absolute Black Canary Black Canary. Because this lady has been like the main character. And so me not being super knowledgeable about DC characters, especially Black Canary, I don't know anything about that character. So far I don't like her, and I wish she would just leave some of these comic books I'm reading. I don't think she's just going to leave this one, so I might be leaving this one. If you haven't been following DC Comics, Batman has been teamed up with Black Canary and Green Arrow, and some people like it. I don't. I was enjoying Detective Comics up until the point that Black Canary and Green Arrow showed up. And so, are Black Canary and Green Arrow married? Are they a team? Do they come together? Can you not get one without the other? Please tell me in the comments. I really am stumped as someone who is not so much on these fringe characters, are not what I would be considering the top tier DC A characters. All right. Well, there's kind of an A character here, but now he's like a C character. And I told you I picked this up because of the two reasons. Because of the Legacy issue number 800, and also Queen in Black has a Thor series, and I'm in the Queen in Black series, so I picked up almost everything I think of that so far, except for maybe like one issue of Venom at the beginning or something. And so a lot of this did not make sense to me. It was not boring or terrible, but I realized that I'm not going to really understand a whole lot of what's going on. And so there was a couple different stories. There we go. Where the art and some of the characters change or look different, and there's some cool differences because of the art, but generally it left me feeling just kind of lost in which one of these stories is the, like, I know that this is kind of the main guy right here, the Thor without powers, but this issue just had me all kinds of confused. So I don't know what's going on with Thor. It's like I realized he was gone and dead, and the Queen in Black, nobody remembers Asgard as a place or Thor. He's been apparently, and the realm has been wiped from everyone's memory banks except for the select few people that are still from Asgard. All right, so let's get to the next one, Queen in Black, since I'm talking about it. When I judged this book by its cover, I said I don't really like the Spider family so much. This issue, I've liked the Queen in Black. I like it. It's fun. There's a lot of neat things, but there's some things that are a little bit ridiculous. Like this is getting a little bit over the top, I think. They have symbiote, scroll, hybrid kaiju. And so this issue got a little ridiculous in a couple places, like right here. And dude's gonna pick up the leaning tower because it fell over, and he's gonna smack somebody with it. And someone goes, "Hey man, that's already bad enough that it fell over. Leave it alone." And Eddie Brock shows up, and he's got a new symbiote that came off of a cat. And then the dynamic between these different symbiotes and people inhabited by them, I don't know. I think it's just kind of awkward. Comes off as awkward. There's a lot of action in this. There's actually a lot of, it's like too much stuff. A lot of stuff in this book. A lot of stuff going on, and a lot of characters to keep up with. So this one wasn't my favorite so far in the Queen in Black, but it's got a lot of stuff. If you like a lot of characters and seeing all these characters interact and such. I haven't been paying attention to Spider-Man or Venom or any of the symbiote stuff that's been happening, except for the Null run right before Queen in Black. All right, here we go. This was fun, man. This was awesome. I didn't know what to expect getting into this one by Sean Murphy. And I said, I like, it's gimmicky, but I like sometimes you need gimmicks and stuff. So the way they did the double cover and sideways scroll, and man, right in the beginning, look at, you got like talk of Civil War, and then digital and red versus blues on here, and I'm like, this book's gonna get political already. And then it just went boom and said, "Come and see if you can catch me, sucker." and it was really cool. I'm usually a sucker for stuff that's like dystopian. This is like almost like it's what's gonna happen in the next 10 years here. The talk of what were they called, 1 mile cities or something like that, where you're trapped inside this line of a city, and everything you need is self-contained in there. So the premise of this is that a lot of stuff has been automated. AI is doing a lot of things, robots, whatnot. And so no one's allowed to drive anymore. Everyone has to be in a pod. And so this guy's like the last guy that drives. And there's the rulers of the city that are trying to capture him and control him. And unbeknownst to him, he thinks he's working for someone that actually ends up being a part of these guys. And so in one freaking issue, they set the world and the landscape. They introduce this main character. They introduce the kind of protagonist, and start building other characters all in this first issue. And it wasn't too wordy, and the art is cool. Like, what else can I say? It was a great read. If you missed out on this, go pick it up. If this keeps up like it is, it's going to be awesome. And I could totally see this being turned into a movie someday. So it's time to say what the read of the week and cover of the week was for me. And boy, I think I gotta give both. I gotta give cover and read to The Last Driver by Sean Murphy. Bravo, Sean Murphy. Let's see who else was involved in this. We got Sean Murphy, writer and artist. Simon Go, colorist. Oz Hopkins, or O.C. Hopkins. Lettering design. Clay McCormack, editor. Jake Cote, consultant, road manager. Okay, that's cool. I like that title. We got cover A is Sean Murphy. Cover B is Sean Murphy. Cover C is Corin Howell. Cover D, Matteo Scalera, which is a 1 in 25. Cover E, Ryan Otley, 1 in 50. Cover F, Sean Murphy, black and white, 1 in 100. And cover G, blank sketch cover. Okay. Go check it out if you haven't. I actually grabbed a copy with a nice big fat spine take in it, so I'm probably going to have to get another one this next New Comic Book Day. All right, there you go. The comics have been talked off the table. It's time to get these bagged and boarded, filed away, and we're ready for New Comic Book Day. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoy New Comic Book Day this Wednesday. Let me know what you're reading and enjoying. Are you reading Firestorm? Are you reading the Mark Spears Midnight Man? Are you reading Doctor Strange or Aquaman or DC, The Kingdom of Zod event, The Queen in Black from Marvel, Dork from Image, Last Driver from Image. Image is starting to get more of my money. You better look out, Marvel. DC and Image are taking your money. See you guys next time. Make sure you have a great day.